something. I'm pulling these limbs out of here. I got the creek cleaned out and I'm pulling some more out today and getting it ready to drag tomorrow. But it sounded like I don't know, it sounded like a rock hitting a hollow tree. I'm not sure what that was. It's a mess. Luckily for me, my feet's already wet. So. Yesterday we spent all day, drug all this out of the creek. From this tree, this one, a few branches down there, you talk about a sketchy situation. Because, I guess 3 of those are up off the ground. Very, very much in a bind. I don't think it's a tree limb falling, or I'm not sure. It sounded like a rock hitting like a hollow tree. Trying to keep my eye on this area over here. I'll walk up on the road. I don't know where it's come from. Matter of fact, let's look for some tracks while we're in here. Because something else. Earlier today, I was in the barn. And the boogers are just here on property, I'll just say it. They're back right now. They was here maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't think quite that long ago. And I heard something that came from up this area. It might have been on up the holler. I don't know if that's a track. Look how big that is. Look, I'm barely sinking right now. But if that is a track, that's way out here. I can kind of make out. Looks like a big toe right there. And the other toes would be in this. Kind of feel them down in there though. Man, that is huge. That is huge. Look where I'm standing. I'm barely making a dent in the ground, but that's probably soupier. That is huge. I don't know if that's a track though. But if it is, it would be a right foot, because that looks like a big toe. And then I can kind of make out some other toes here. If I move that, it's going to mess everything up. Break it off. Kind of make out some toes right here. And then over in here, it's all fluffed up. Probably wasn't filming it. I'm looking at the track. This is huge. This might be the biggest one I've ever found. If indeed that's what that is. Let me see if I can find any more. I'm also going to see if I've got a tape measure. I don't think I've got a tape measure in the side by side, but I'm just going to mark this one. I can always come back and measure it. Man, that looks like a big... I guess it could be a double track maybe. It's kind of funky looking, but that grass looks like it's could have sprung back up over the day. I need to look down here. If that is a track, it would have come from this way. It's just a mess in here though. I think no self-respecting booger would walk through that mud. They're just highly aware of their tracks. If that is a track, it's a whoops. Or maybe they had to move quickly. We've had the tractor all in here and everything else. Look here, here's a rock. I know we didn't pull that out. Or if that's what I heard, look. The mud's like squashed down like a big, double the width of my finger. And wet. I don't know. I don't know if that's what I heard. Regardless, it don't belong there. If I could figure out a way to get up on that road. I mean, because if it moves somewhere, I should be able to see it. If I could get up right here. That's what the deer use this trail. Well, now this is weird too. Where in the heck did all this... Alright, so you got full trees down. And then you got this. And what's weird is there's no pines right here, but the tops broke out. Huh. Okay, there's this one right here. But it looks kind of like it's stacked there. Maybe I'm tripping. Okay, the top is broke out, that one. So I guess it could have cartwheeled there. And that sucks, my big hickory tree fell. These limbs are stuck in behind that tree. But I mean, all this is natural, I'm sure. It's hard to say what it looks like up in the woods. I kind of dread looking, to be honest with you, after clearing all my trails out last year. Man, I didn't bring me gun with me or anything. Now, a couple of years ago, right there where you see this big rock, I seen a figure standing up there, pretty good sized one. And I went up there and actually found tracks and did a size comparison to, there was a tree or something, and it was like a stump of a tree that was, I don't know, 4 foot tall. It was a lot bigger than that. The figure up there. Sort of limb snap at the same time. I just stepped on one, but it came from up there. I don't know, I think I could have seen better down in the bottom. It could be right there. I mean, I couldn't tell. Look how thick that is. I'm just gonna keep filming now, see if anything moves. It's gonna get dark pretty soon. Probably ought to get closer to my gun. But there has been activity here. Today and last night maybe. I can't really swear to it. Okay, there's the stump up there. That's where the figure was before. There's a nice little shelter up there. A couple of them actually. Rock shelters. Which is where, if I was a booger, that's where I would be while all this is going on. The ice storm. Snowstorm. Man, look at that one. Maybe we'll try to get down that way soon. Hanging over top of the road. Man, where's my gun? I don't know, maybe I won't go there today, maybe tomorrow. I'd like to find another big track like that. Yesterday, worked up until it's time to go to work. We pulled this out. He had like forklifts on the front of his tractor. So he'd pull it, then he was stacking it right here, which I'm going to, I guess, cut some of this up for firewood. Take a look down to my burn pile. Today I was checking the creek because we got rain pretty much all day today. I was afraid it was going to flood the bottom again. Because when we had the flood waters come through, all this was underwater. And it was draining back into the creek right there. And I was afraid it was going to wash the bottom out, so I wanted to get it out before we got any more rain. Look at that guy hanging way up there. Whew. I guess that'll have to fall on its own one day. And what a mess. I'm not worried about the road. They'll just keep people from passing through. But I do need to get all this out of the bottom before the grass starts growing this spring. Because if I don't, I'll just be running it over and mess my tractors up. It'll just be harder when the grass is growing. I'm going to work on some of that tomorrow. Anyways, that's what's going on here. Yeah, this is lower down here. But still, I'm not like sinking up or anything. But that water was coming up. You can see where it's washing back over here. It don't look like it did too much. Maybe a little bit washed out. But right here, it was really washing it out. And I was afraid every time it would rain, it would do more. And I had all this cleared out. So I could get the side-by-side up here to get rocks from my garden. And all through here I planted persimmon trees. They're all gone now. Well, that might be one. Look, I might make it. We were walking in here, so I don't know. If that's another huge track, it'd be hard to tell. But man, you talk about a pain in the butt. And that was all dammed up. I mean, up to both banks. I think I recorded it. I don't know. I guess I'll just keep plugging away. Not much else I can do. I really ain't wanting to give up, but and I'm getting tested. And there's other things going on that I won't talk about. Man, life sure is hard right now. I know it is for everyone, so I ain't gonna complain too much. Sorry, just rambling on. See if anything moves up there. That was pretty loud. I had my back to it. Actually, I was down over the bank here, getting some more limbs out of the creek. When I heard it. But it was close, and I guess maybe that rock over there. I don't know. I don't see how a rock could survive the trip over there. I mean, those logs were dragged one at a, well, maybe sometimes a couple at a time, but I don't think a rock would have survived it anyways. A rock that came out of the creek wouldn't be like that. No, not a very big chance of it being like that. I don't know. That booger ain't gonna move as long as I'm standing here looking. Might do a live listen tonight. It's warm enough. If not, everybody have a good night, good weekend. God bless.